Denis Tiuliulin got a beautiful knockout, or a TKO, whatever you want to call it, over Jamie Pickett. It's a TKO. I got to act like I don't know the difference. Uh, TKO. He looked very good, kind of took a bit of an ass kicking, took not an ass kicking, but he took it, and he grew stronger as the fight went on, and then poured it on in the end. I thought that was a very good performance for Tiuliulin. He's a guy who I said coming into the fight, the story of his career is he hasn't beaten anybody really great, and he loses well. He loses close fights. That's not the story you want to have of your career, and this was a big victory for him. Finally, I shouldn't say finally because it's his second fight, but he got a big win in the UFC over a guy who's beaten other guys in the UFC, Jamie Pickett, and it may not have been a comeback or whatever, but it was a very close fight. I thought Jamie Pickett was winning the fight, even on the feet, but Tiuliulin stuck in there and turned it up, really turned it up, and took over that fight. Jamie Pickett, I didn't like the way he looked against Jordan Wright when he got knocked out there, but in this fight, I liked the way he composed himself as a striker. I thought he looked very good, and then he couldn't sustain. I don't know when the fight ended exactly, 7-8 minutes maybe or whatever, but Denis took over that fight, and that guy had, he gained momentum and energy. He looked faster at the end of round 2 than he was in the beginning of round 1. And I know they're, feeling each other out and whatever. But still, it was cool to see Denis like a shark in that fight. And not that Jamie Pickett is the most boring fighter. Certainly not in this one. Even before him getting finished, I thought he looked very good in this one. And this was an exciting fight. But on paper, he's more of a wall installer in my mind, so I was rooting against him. Really rooting for Denis, even though Denis, I don't think coming into the fight, I didn't think had as high of a ceiling. But I'll always root for the finisher and the exciting guy, and that's what we got here. We got an awesome finish from a finisher, and it was in the dead middle of a competitive fight. So can't ask for much. That was a great prelim. Tough loss for Jamie Pickett. He's not going anywhere, but he's got to patch shit up, and maybe cardio and I don't know, striking defense. But Tiuliulin is a guy who is a welcome addition to the UFC roster. I don't think his ceiling is anywhere near championship, but that's a great addition. We need we need 13 fights per card, and I want to see guys like Denis on the card. So, welcome victory for Denis Tiuliulin. He's in the UFC victory win column there, and moving forward, we'll see what happens. But we got another good UFC fighter.